I'm Steve, and welcome to the AI Beginner Academy podcast. Welcome to a special audiobook bonus series here on the AI Beginner podcast. Let's jump right back in and dive into Chapter 2. Chapter 2. What exactly is artificial intelligence? The simplest explanation possible. Let's start with the question everyone asks, but few can actually answer. What exactly is artificial intelligence? The simplest explanation is this. AI is when computers are designed to do things that normally require human intelligence. That's it. If a machine can recognize speech, understand language, learn from experience, make decisions, or solve problems, it's showing some level of artificial intelligence. Now, that doesn't mean it's alive, or conscious, or secretly plotting world domination from your laptop. It just means it can perform tasks that once required a person, only faster and without needing a lunch break. You can think of AI as a very powerful pattern-finding engine. It learns patterns from data, words, pictures, sounds, numbers, and then uses those patterns to predict or generate something new. For example, when you type into your phone and it finishes your sentence, that's AI predicting the next likely word. When you upload a photo and it recognizes a face, that's AI matching visual patterns. When ChatGPT writes an essay or helps you draft an email, that's AI generating new text based on patterns it's learned from reading billions of examples. In short, AI doesn't know things the way you do. It's really good at recognizing patterns and guessing what comes next. And when you combine massive amounts of data with fast computers, those guesses start to look pretty impressive, breaking down machine learning, neural networks, and other buzzwords into real-world terms. Let's unpack some of the buzzwords you've probably heard. Don't worry, we'll keep it light. Machine learning. This is the heart of modern AI. Instead of being told exactly what to do step by step, a machine learning system learns from examples. Imagine teaching a kid to recognize cats. You don't hand them a rulebook that says for legs, some whiskers, and a tail. You show them lots of pictures, and they eventually figure it out on their own. That's how machine learning works. The more data it sees, the better it gets. It learns patterns, improves over time, and adjusts its output based on feedback. It's not thinking, it's training. Neural networks. These are computer systems inspired by how the human brain works, at least in theory. They're made up of layers of nodes or neurons that pass information along, kind of like a web of tiny decision makers. Each layer refines the data a bit more until a final result pops out. If that sounds complicated, here's a simpler analogy. Imagine a big factory assembly line. Each station adds or checks something. One focuses on color, another on shape, another on size, and by the end, the system can confidently say, yep, that's a cat. Deep learning. This is just a bigger, more complex version of neural networks with many layers. Hence the word deep. It's what powers the most advanced AI systems today, like image recognition, voice assistants, and text generators. Large language models, LLMs, this is the category that tools like ChatGPT belong to. They've been trained on enormous amounts of text, books, articles, and conversations, so they can generate human-like responses to questions and prompts. Think of them as supercharged autocomplete engines that can write, summarize, or explain just about anything. When you hear GPT, Gemini, or Claude, you're hearing brand names for these large language models. They all do similar things in slightly different ways, kind of like how Google, Bing, and DuckDuckGo are all search engines. The takeaway? AI today isn't one single thing. It's a collection of methods, models, and technologies all working toward the same goal: teaching computers to learn from data instead of just following rules. Myths versus reality. No, AI doesn't think like a human yet. Let's clear up a few common misunderstandings, because pop culture hasn't exactly helped us here. Myth 1. AI can think for itself. Reality. Not even close. AI doesn't think, reason, or have opinions. It doesn't want anything. It processes information based on math and probability, not emotion or intention. When ChatGPT gives you an answer, it's not sharing wisdom. It's generating text based on what words are most likely to come next. The result may sound natural, but it's not a thought. It's a calculation. Myth 2. AI will soon become conscious. Reality, consciousness, awareness, emotion, understanding is uniquely human. No AI system today has anything close to that. Some researchers like to debate whether it's possible someday, but right now, we're nowhere near it. The AI that writes poetry doesn't feel inspired. It's just remixing words that have statistically gone together before. Myth 3. AI always tells the truth. Reality, AI can be wildly confident and completely wrong. It doesn't know facts. It predicts likely responses. That's why it sometimes hallucinates and gives answers that sound right but aren't. Think of it as a friend who always wants to be helpful but occasionally makes stuff up just to keep the conversation going. Myth 4. AI will take over the world. Reality, relax. It still can't even fold your laundry. The real challenges ahead are about ethics, data privacy, and how humans use AI responsibly, not about it suddenly turning evil. Here's the healthy way to think about AI. It's not a mind, a monster, or a miracle. It's a tool. A very powerful, rapidly evolving tool. I've seen that firsthand. After decades working in IT, I used to spend hours writing and testing scripts, tweaking syntax, and debugging lines of code. I haven't had to write a PowerShell script by hand in over 2 years. AI now handles it in minutes. What used to take me a full day of work can often be done in 2 minutes with the right prompt. That's not about replacing skill. It's about amplifying it. AI doesn't make my experience obsolete. It makes it more effective. It lets me focus on the why instead of wrestling with the how. Used wisely, it can help us write better, learn faster, and solve tough problems. Used carelessly, it can spread misinformation or amplify bias. The difference always comes down to the human using it. AI doesn't replace human intelligence. It extends it. It's like adding an extra gear to your thinking, not a new brain. And that's what makes this era of AI so exciting. It's not about creating machines that outthink us. It's about creating tools that help us think bigger. Up next, we'll look at the invisible AI all around you. The kind that quietly works behind the scenes every single day. You may not see it, but it's already shaping your world in ways you'll never unsee once you know where to look. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me today. I hope you are enjoying the book so far. If you'd like simple, friendly ways to learn AI at your own pace, you can explore more at aibeginner.net. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next chapter.